President Biden today signing a bill to combat the growing number of hate incidents against Asian Americans, more than 6,600 in 1 year. Kristen Welker is at the White House for us. Kristen, there was broad support for this.
Lester, there are few bipartisan moments in Washington, but this was one of them. President Biden signing legislation that aims to combat the recent rise in hate crimes, particularly against Asian Americans. The bill improves hate crime tracking and bolsters support for state and local officials. The president called hatred and racism the ugly poison that has long haunted our nation. It's worth noting this was one of the first large indoor gatherings of the Biden administration, almost everyone without a mask.
President Biden today signing a bill to combat the growing number of hate incidents against Asian Americans, more than 6,600 in 1 year. Kristen Welker is at the White House for us. Kristen, there was broad support for this.
Lester, there are few bipartisan moments in Washington, but this was one of them. President Biden signed.
The truth is that there are a bunch of like bipartisan moments in history, and for the circumstances of like the overall news, like their whole game here is to make it as if the Republicans and the Democrats have actually been competing on something. All you would have to do to take your mind away from that bipartisan trash and all of this garbage you've heard over the years is like simply, just cloak yourself into the Black experience real quick and where we are at politically. Recognize if you are any other nationality in here, all right, if you are non-Black, Halls, you're straight. All right. You're non-Black. Let me make sure I put this up here because like my camera's not working. If you're non-Black, then you're straight. Government has no problem mentioning you in a conversation. It doesn't mind giving you benefits. It doesn't mind anything. Bipartisanship exists always. As a matter of fact, from Republicans to Democrats and supporting like immigrants and stuff like that. Like Trump has been the first person to be this hardcore and bold. Republicans usually let the other buffer classes get in on their ticket. They provide shit for you to keep the bull crap going. All right. It has to be a 210 back and forth like system here, Halls, for it to be effective, for it to work. It has to be overfunded. All these things. Yes, stories need to be made up. Propaganda. Weird people set off in Times Square randomly attacking an Asian woman. All right, some tall Black dude with a salmon jacket on who just got out of prison for stabbing his mother to death, and he just gets set off right there during a time where y'all need to amplify Asian hate crimes. You think that's a coincidence? All right. You look here and fast forward year to date after they signed that bill, and it's like all of a sudden, the beating stopped, and then it was just a bunch of verbal he said, she said stuff. But only Black people were out here really committing the crimes. Though statistically it shows for the people here in America, all right, or around the world who violently harm Asian people and get away with it are white people. All right, that's a fact. All right. Oh, yes, indeed. It's not my opinion. It's not the way I'm trying to point a conversation in a direction towards. It's numbers. All right. Oh, that's the cold part about that. That's the cold part. It's just raw numbers. All right. That's all it is. All right. No, it ain't all this and that. All right. No, it damn sure ain't that, Halls. All right. What it is quintessentially, and I have to go back to look at my files here for a second so I can put a face up there. All right. What it is quintessentially, and I'm just going to have to put Stevens up here for a minute. All right. Yep. From Django. There you go. Because they don't have no picture up there. All right. So I'm going to put one up. It's them bull jiving you, lying, family, lying. They don't give a hoots nanny baker about you, baby. They don't care if you live or die. All right, subsidize your community with as much dope, heroin, coke, pills, whatever you need. Create open air drug markets, nigga. All right, and allow the people to slaughter themselves off. We'll keep a police down at the corner there to monitor you. Some cameras over top of your heads. Okay? No, we'll just lock you niggas up when we get tired of with the slick words coming out your mouth. All right? You're too high to recognize that you just sold some pills in front of the camera. All right? You're too high. All right? You're too fried out of your mind. All right, to realize that it's not just one piece of evidence that the police has on you. You've been standing around here for so long. All right, that's these institutions. This is this system here year to date. Every market that you see in here has some form and institution there year to date. And for that political game here for black people, it's law and order, it's punishments, it is the statutes of what you cannot do and what the government is not willing to give you nor work with you. AKA, get it out of your mind. Stop thinking about that. Oh, it will. I've seen Roland Martin's messages on Twitter. Oh, that reparations thing. Oh, that stuff will never happen. You might as well give that a rest. Yeah, because you don't have a spine. You don't have a neck. All right. You don't have anything that looks like courage, dude, or integrity, dignity. So that means in the arts of negotiation, you're just gonna let somebody treat you anyway, ain't you? All right. Oh, I asked, man. I said something. He said no. The hell does that mean? All right. As you sat there and turn around and watch them say yes to everybody else, you gonna take that? I bet you he is. All right. That's why I say we're different. When you already have it concluded in your mind to tell another black person, oh, don't ask for no reparation. You ain't never gonna get that. You ain't one of ours. You're fighting for it just as much as the white man don't want it. You don't want it either. All right? Because as I told you, for the Sambos here, that leaves you out of favor. The purpose for this white man anymore. Your original purpose was to deflect publicly and to act like you are the mouthpiece for black people. You speak for black folks, and this is where black people stand at. You can't pull those moves anymore because the younger folks here year to date do not care to keep sitting around listening to the older folks simply off of these cases of holding terms of collateral, dude. All right? Yeah. No, you old, so I'm just going to hear you out. That don't mean nothing anymore. No, it don't. I just seen an old nigga a couple days get power drive, nigga, in the goddamn driveway for asking about his money. All right? He thought one of the youngins had stole $20 or something from him. And what the youngin was saying is just ask me. Don't run up on me and accuse me. You understand? And while he's sitting there doing that, yelling, yo, you gave my bread, yo. Yeah, the youngin just started beating him up right then and there. He started crushing him. All right? No, yes, sir. No, yes, ma'am. All right? Just getting crushed, Halls. All right? Yes, feet, legs in the air. He was a tall old man, too. Legs in the air. All right? Getting destroyed. All right? Man, these youngins don't give a shit, man. All right? They don't care. All right? No, you thought the compassion, or when you see the humility in me where I just sit there, I ain't gonna say nothing. He cool. Yeah, I am. I hear everything, dude. I don't bother people. I still don't bother people. Let me go ahead and tell you that. No, as long as somebody ain't on some foolishness around, don't do it right here in front of me. All right? Some certain adults you have to treat like children. All right? Yeah, you got to come in there like the father. All right? Tell people to break it up. All right? Yeah, don't stay like, yeah, don't stand right there. All right, right. I'm not saying anything because you know you're wrong. All right, just watch the body language. All right, I'm that guy. All right, right. If I'm doing something, let me tell y'all something here, short and sweet. If y'all ever see me doing something publicly or what have you, I'm doing it for a reason. All right, I don't believe in wasting a bunch of time. All right, if you see me doing anything, no, I did it for a reason. All right, right. Whether you caught the example or not. All right, yeah. How many people look here you depict because, all right, you hit me on a YouTube video, so I'm going to yell and I don't. No, I use my brain, dude. All right, yeah, I'm sitting around here, like the typical average Joe. All right, where because you see dark skin, the first thing in your mind is, oh, this nigga gonna start reacting. No, I'm not. All right, you don't know me, nigga. All right, you got low IQ people. No, so seriously, low intelligence people. All right, moving around the planet, and because their intelligence moves low like a child, they think everybody else thinks like that. All right, right. There's the seriousness. Man, I gotta check shit all the time. I forgot to say something. Well, I didn't said it already. All right, there it is. All right, but to a deeper note, dealing with black people here, and the cases of politics here. All right, and our circumstances as far as that we go, the politics start and end underneath with the same factors that machine's been running. Deny your resources, paper up everybody else, minority diversity here to death. All right, so that way, when you do actually get here to start mentioning anything, all right, to start talking about anything of seriousness or what the history says here, Halls. All right, the first thing we point to, it says, hey, we've been giving y'all money. You remember this bill? You don't remember this? You don't remember that? All right, not yeah. You flicked a few crumbs off the table to us and gave the bulk load to Latinos. All right, no, you flicked a couple crumbs off the table. All right, a few. All right, and gave the bulk load to the Asians, all right, or to the Indians, all right, no, or to whoever the hell is non-black over here, Africans, whatever. All right, that's what you did here, America. All right, so when you go ahead to stare at your politicians, and I really want you to go ahead to say this here, at least to look at this honorably, dude. Which one of them here, year to date, that walking around actually stood and stands for and upholds now a black agenda through and through? All right, I'm asking for a friend. Which one? All right, no, you can get an Asian hate crime bill that comes with economic resources, dude, and protections and federal protections. All right, yes, because a few individuals publicly got their asses whipped, allegedly. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say that too. Last time I checked, if something here is a problem for America, even with the extent of the laws that you put in, people are still going to be, quote unquote, committing these crimes. And anytime I'm telling you that we can't get a person locked up, all right, for calling us all types of niggers. All right, it's freedom of speech. All right, no, but if you say something about the Jewish community, all right, if you say something about these Asians with the Asian hate crime bill, they are literally federally protected. All right, dude. All right, as well as illegal immigrants. You see how hard the Democrats have gone to bat and ain't said a damn thing here about black people, though we're the people that they need to vote for them in order for them to be in office. Every Democrat you've looked at has sat in your face talking about some damn abolishing ICE. All right. Yeah. As if we asked them to do that. All right. Right. Since when have y'all haven't been comfortable with the company of law enforcement? Shit, every damn petition I've heard and seen says, I'm backing the badge, I'm backing the police. All right. Yeah. Until ICE comes in here. All right. No, because I've told y'all this clearly. I don't care if this person's supposed to be a freedman or they're supposed to support black people or that's supposed to be the agenda with the individual you're talking about. All of those politicians leverage large groups, large amounts of illegals here, Halls, in their states and cities and towns that they can economically get a large bag from this government. All right. Yes, indeed. No, from the Democrats and whatever big funky ass bill financial bill they produced to open up these funds to give them some. All right. Yes, indeed. We don't have shit plant like that for us here. They put minority terms on here, this, that, and the third. All right. And then they'll go ahead to make some of these things in here, privatize some of these things. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. And have some of their people over top of the board of directors or whatever it is to make sure that they can funnel all their people in there and deny your applications. All right. They'll play these games. Well, it's the minority package. Yeah, it's majority Spanish, but you can apply too. And they know they're not going to give you nothing. All right. They know it. All right. Now, you can bid your hand at a temp agency, this, that, and the third. I ain't talking about that. All right. I'm talking about being able to get the economic riches that they receive every month with their damn paycheck. All right. Things that's on that level. This is what your politician should be able to hand to you. All right. Straight up and down. All right. Now, since I got some time to look, all right, and to go into this hate crime stuff in the bill, I want to go back to this guy from at least 2 days ago here, 3 days ago, maybe a little bit longer. Daily. And I told y'all with this funky dude right here, some people don't know how to excuse themselves, how to apologize, all right, or how to do anything correctly here. All right, right. Leave the same way you walked in. All right, with your head between your damn shoulder blades, between your ass. All right, yes, indeed. That's how you're gonna leave. All right, we don't play games as freedmen. With the Django Friedman joint here. All right, you damn sure got to get hit with the Django. All right, not Django, excuse me, Hateful Eight. All right, the worst thing that your son did was let me know that he was your boy. All right, yeah, I got to hit you with that one there. All right, with the Major Warren. All right. Right before he took the old man out on the couch. Sure did. Laid the pistol down on the table and everything. All right. No, the worst thing you could do was let Friedman know, to dare us not to spend money with you. All right. You ain't got to say it again. All right. You don't have to disrespect. What you gonna do, niggas? What you gonna do after you finish killing one of our children and getting off in the court system? Are you stupid or are you stupid? All right. No, this nigga wanted to do the Tootsie Roll in the streets. All right. So now they've done their best to try to get their most, like, I guess, passive aggressive joker over here. All right. In a mellow tone. All right, on some bullshit. All right, yeah, check this out here. All right, hold on.
Daily reminder that there is an actual elite that controls everything we talk about, everything that's on our mind, everything that pops up on our feed. So I'm going to draw a connection here, which I'm just speculating on, but I'm speculating based on a lot of background knowledge. So what does the boycott of Asian businesses and Black communities have to do with global politics?
Oh, got right to it. Hold on. The question is, what does the boycott on Asian businesses have to do with global politics? Not a goddamn thing. All right. It has everything to do with y'all. All right. First of all, you come in our goddamn country, you don't vote. All right. You don't participate in any goddamn thing as far as with that. You're still able to get all the resources in the world. Recognize the government does not jump in people's hind parts because they didn't come out and vote for the Democrats. All right. Yeah, they just well, y'all just had a bunch of people pour in this country underneath of Joe Biden. You sure did. A rack of people. The most of people ever poured into this country from your country at any time in history, nigga. All right. That damn border. What I told y'all about that border. That border had goddamn stadiums worth of people lined up, sitting Indian style, waiting to get in here every day. All right. Football stadiums. All right. Sometimes bigger than that, 3 times the size. The most we've got inside. It said inside here in one day. I want to say around. I'm not sure if the numbers was set. Don't get me wrong. All right. That might have been a week, but he said something about like 300,000 people. All right. In 1 week. That's a lot of people. God damn it. All right. Yes. You talking about people pouring into this nation. All right. Yeah, what about this bullshit you talking about? He said about politics. All right. The only thing that's politically on the table right now is you. And we, everybody else, don't have to worry about these funky stances of what the Democrats want to do because neither one of them support us, Halls. All right. Neither one of them gonna give us no damn money or pull us out of any financial hole. So screw them. All right. Shit. That heads or tails of who's gonna get some money and who ain't, who's not, it depicts on the buffer classes and what cloak you put on. And it is your guys' fault from some of the Asian class you've seen out here in the Latinos. All right. You guys have partnered up and politically lined yourself up with the same damn individuals that's snatching your resources from you. All right. Yeah. All right. Due to the cases of incompetency, all right, and you not actually physically losing anything like that, Trump made the circumstances of you getting jacked irrefutable. All right. And what you don't want to tell people, as well as with the Latinos, is a lot of y'all jumped from Republican back to Democrat, nigga. That's a fact. All right. No, when you found out, all right, that the all right, yeah. Well, folks get embarrassed and in the middle of the street, your whole family get thrown out of here. Then you were against the Republicans. All right. But before then, you was good with it. So says Trump's numbers getting in office. All right. Yeah, I will vote. Chill motherfucking ass up out of here. Yep. Yeah, they threw her husband out.
Introduce you to Road initiative that was carried out by China to develop all of these business links with all these places in the world that coincidentally the United States does not want China to make inroads in. Latin America is a big one. There was a certain point in the last series of years where China replaced the United States as the major trade partner. There were major investments that China made. You can look up Chancay, the port in Peru.
Oh, damn. Oh, they not gonna let you come in there and do that shit, huh? Yeah, little one baby rule and shit there over China. All right. Yeah, all this other shit got lied about the population numbers with y'all little scamming asses. All right. Right. Yeah, that's why I say we can't trust nobody. All right. No, you can't. All right. Sit back and look at these damn bastards here. Hold on, give me 1 second here. All right, got me on this damn screen. I didn't even know I was up here. All right, hold on. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna take myself off. Shit. Big head motherfucker.
You can look up the amount of Chinese businesses that were taking up land around the Panama Canal. The Chinese built subway systems in Argentina. They built bridges. They gave certain countries in Latin America satellites, transponders. They rebuilt the roads in many Central American countries. So there became a certain slogan throughout Latin America: America bombs and China builds. All right. So this is something that threatens the United States because of the Monroe Doctrine. The United States was distracted in the Middle East for a very long period of time. And now you see that the United States is tightening its grip on Latin America. And a big part of that is trying to get China out of Latin America. All right. So where are Black Americans in all of this? They are really part of the Anglo-Saxon civilization that I'm talking about, right?
How is that so? When we can stare at the stats, dude, the actual numbers, right? Raw numbers, and show that when it comes to the cases of Asian men, rather with college degrees or just with high school diplomas here, y'all making around the same amount of money as the white man. All right. No, go check the numbers. All right. So that's factually incorrect, sir. You're a liar. All right, Anglo-Saxon, what? We don't go ahead to get fresh lines of credit at the age of 30 and 40 years old, new social security card numbers. Like, yeah, you're a liar. All right, you know what you come to this country for. All right, but we're more in line with the Anglo-Saxon. Could it be because we will not involve ourselves in your personal affairs? And now Black folks have grown smart enough to start spending money with Black people. I love you to life. All right, yes, indeed. Huh? No, that's crumbling your economy because you're worried about how you gonna feed them damn children and grandchildren of yours. And now you know you ain't got our money to exploit no more. All right? Yeah, it's getting cold. All right? No, grab that big blanket in the back, baby. All right?
Here, I've made this point several times before that Black Americans really are not foreign to Anglos. They are part of Anglos. They're part of Anglo society. And so even though they're only 13% of the population, there is a lot of income that is concentrated in the Black community.
And guess what? That money need to cycle amongst us, nigga, from one Black hand to the next. All right. You don't even need to look at our money. You don't need to know what color it is. All right. Is that a pink 50 or is that a blue face 100? Don't worry about it. All right. Shit. It's going into the hands of another Black person. All right. That's all you need to know. All right. Shout out to the Black nail techs out there papering up. All right. Keep eating. All right, baby. Just keep working, baby. Don't worry about it. Keep eating. Now, I understand it's probably the most business you've ever had there. Keep eating. Keep it cool. We are some of the most chilled people on the planet. Black people give the largest tips and every damn thing else in the world. We come back. We spend money with you all the time. All right. Yeah, especially these little shout out to the brothers and sisters out here in Black America here that own beauty supply stores. You're getting the most business ever right now. Yes, you are. All right. Our food stores, every damn thing else. All right. Because they wanted to go ahead to buck on us here, Halls, and excuse me, the massage, rather, you said the massage parlors. Did I mention the nail salons, the hair stores, the goddamn it, there are nail warehouses, dude. Y'all check my other Asian boycott video that I have, and it's full of different businesses on there and locations that you can go in there to shop there. All right, black grocery stores. All right, no, we're getting some of the most business ever here, and keep it going. It makes sense. All right. You got to understand, for Latino society, they have to make sure that they're, you talking about Asian society, Latino society, you got to make sure their money keeps bouncing off their society, bounces 4 or 5 times. All right. 8 times in certain cases, that money bounces in that community before it goes out of the community. All right. That factor needs to exist there directly with Black society, because before, our money bounced 0. It went straight into the Indian community's pocket. All right, straight into the Koreans or the Asians' pockets. All right, straight into the white folks' pockets. All right, everybody else's but our own. All right, you understand with that there, that's also helped a lot of Black people. All right, with pride, take that power back and understand what that vacuum means. That's not something small, yo. All right. That's what it means to take your community back entirely and shut it down. Because if these niggas can't draw no money from you, then they can't stand there a long time. All right, who gonna buy your shit? All right, it's gonna grow legs. You're not gonna want to have to keep paying the bill and the rent and all this other shit on whatever you have here, Hoss, and you're not making any revenue. All right. Now this is gonna financially cost you every day you keep this store open. All right, yeah. You raise up, get off the block, a black person comes in here to take over this store. And you know what will happen here that you know is going to happen? Black people are going to go spend money with that person, and they're going to be able to paper up. All right. Yes. With the economic dollar that's in our community, we can paper up ourselves, dude. And with that comes political power, dude. All right. That becomes access to shuffle, because now when you take in this other part in speaking community, you also mean the stores and the appliance places, everything else here around. All right. That's Black too. All right. We're going way, way back here, Hoss, before desegregation. All right. Underneath of the cases where when you looked at Black circumstances, all right, no, you had to go shop over there. You had to go to this type of hospital or doctor's office. You had to deal and spend money with another Black person. You didn't. All right. And for that, we had what was called back there, and it's called now Black owned, nigga. All right. Yes, indeed. Because it belonged to us. Now, granted, circumstances of Jim Crow and white supremacist law, and all right, segregation only meant that Black people couldn't come into white people's spaces. That's it. White folks can come marching in our shit anytime they get ready. All right. No, I'm just putting out what the history is. They could just come marching in our shit. The juke joints, all that shit. All right. You're talking about early 1930s, 1940s, stayed with married white women in them. I'm talking about the same spot where the pimps and everything else was at. All right. That's just a damn fact. You go look back further than that, people like Jack Johnson and the Mann Act. All right. Come on now. That's always been some mixing and different things popping off as far as with that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm any person in here that celebrates it. I'm just acknowledging history, goddammit. All right. But for the greater good, for any context here, all right, coming back in here, us taking back our dollar back to Madam C.J. Walker days is important. We got economic streams where people in the Asian community have completely blocked us out from even being able to get anything. We can't even get a coin. All right. Yeah, you can't do nothing. You got to get this Asian store, that Asian store, this Asian store, all of them that are in the area to vouch for you being able to get your damn license there to go into their warehouse. All right. Might be right around the corner from all of them, right in proximity. All right. To cheap goods, things in here for good prices. I've been in there at least once, man. Well, it ain't no game. All right. Yeah, but you can't get access to shit like that here, Halls, because they're all going to tell you no, because they don't want you to set up a business nor to shut up shop to get any money. All right. They meant to put that nuclear bomb down on Madam C.J. Walker's reputation and black people when they took over the hair care industry. And this is why I love all of the circumstances of the black hair stores and beauty stores beauty supply stores that you have right now. All right. If there's anything that I would tell black folks in here, if you were thinking the cases to invest in or something to go get, it would be that. All right. You can order a lot of things from internet, of course. So hopefully that will stop people in here from trying to box you out of certain shit. There's different ways for you to be able to get inventory. All right. But in the same course as I'm going ahead to keep rolling here, Halls, I'm proud. When we got them down on their knees like this, we're winning. All right. Well, we'll let them keep.
Black Americans have a median income of around $56,000 a year, which is 10% higher than the median income for all of the United Kingdom. I looked up the statistics. So there is a certain amount of money, but even more importantly, Black Americans are a key part of the United States' soft power. Black American culture has permeated around the globe. Black Americans command a great deal of sympathy. All right.
There is no soft power we need sympathy upon. Obviously, we've been hard power to get you the economics you guys have, to allow some of the other buffer classes in the country where America didn't even want you in here. All right. Yeah. No, he's talking about we got soft power and this, that, and the third. And yeah, they do have. Look, man, we have a thunderous roar. If we can change the temperature, all right. No, in less than 2 or 3 days, we got people in here walking that chalk line and knowing how to talk. All right. Yeah. All of a sudden, you know how to speak to black people. You was just F us and all this and giving us the finger. And, all right. Yeah. No, now you know how to act when you understand. All right. That's called effectiveness. Ain't nothing soft about that. All right. That moves aggressively. It shakes the ground, dude. All right. It reminds people that you were there. All right. Hold on.
So what we've seen is that people in the United States, in the intelligence community, who sit in boardrooms and try to figure out how to control the world, how to get everyone to do what they want, and how to get elections won, and how to get the right people in office and the right businesses in place on the ground, etc. They want nothing more than for their most prominent subgroup, Black Americans, because I would say that that is the most prominent internationally recognized group from the United States, to all of a sudden be talking about how bad Asian businesses are, how they come in, they don't support the community, at exactly the same time that the United States has managed to get all of these pro-American strongmen installed across Latin America.
Nigga, one don't got to do with the other. Let me explain it in short context for people that's not caught up. We were there, dude. All right, there we go. We were there. Go check him. He's cut off his social media page. He's moved out of town. There can't nobody find him. All right. You should be trying to whoop his ass, not compare the powers to Trump and stealing goddamn oil in Venezuela. And so, look, man, we ain't got nothing to do with what that Wood is doing in there. All right. He damn sure ain't offer us no resources. We ain't get no money from his stinking ass. All right. Right. We have absolutely nothing to do with Trump, nor does any of the circumstances of him giving you the business have any some outstanding benefits for us economically here, because it's not like they're just going in and say that we're going to take directly from you and hand it to Black Americans. All right. Nobody moving like that. All right. We still have to take the power that's sitting here. Also, once again, you're lying. All right. Yes. Every root of what we have, and us not shopping as a whole, staying codified here. We have been codified. It is just the facts in here that a whole bunch of people in here think that this is a game. All right. May your community be the first example that we have to put out here. We talking about Peter Liang, We're talking about Latasha. All right. No, shot in the back of the damn head. We're talking about the circumstances of Brother Cyrus. All right. All this stuff in here. Our sister getting beat in nail salons for only wanting to leave a $5 tip, attacked into convenience stores. All right, you ain't our sisters. You ain't even stole nothing. You getting attacked by the damn an old man and his wife. All right, jumping on your back. All right, these incidents that have caked up, dude. Y'all have personally earned yourself a reputation. Your whole process of getting your Asian hate crime bill popping in the first place, you used black people. All right, you pointed the camera at us, dude. All right, even at some whole amazing shit, like I told you, some crazy ass nigga, all right, comes down in Times Square with a salmon suit jacket on, all right, booting your ass down the street. All right, no, the brother inside that store lost their job because of that damn bullshit, dude. Talking about they ain't intervened. I wouldn't have intervened either. All right, fuck you mean? All right, yeah, we behind this glass in this door. I don't know what's wrong with that nigga. All right, nigga came big, tall nigga came around the corner with a salmon jacket on Times Square. It's a bunch of cameras everywhere and shit, and started booting you halfway down the street. All right, yeah, y'all had a lot of bullshit going on. All right, yeah, and y'all did all of this to go get what you needed to get. First thing that they showed you, first arrest. All right, some sister just coming out some random place, green jacket on, head down, cameras from everywhere. All right, she's getting arrested for he said, she said, y'all. All right, and they had national news down there on this sister. All right, yeah, y'all targeted us. All right, yeah, so I don't want to hear all this bullshit, man. The government has worked with y'all well to disarm and dismember things like affirmative action. Ed Blum has worked shoulder to shoulder with y'all. All right, oh yeah.
And they want a lot of these contracts with China to be canceled. So Nicaragua is a big one where Nicaragua does not have good diplomatic relations with the U.S., if they have any diplomatic relations at all. And it would be wonderful for the United States if they could get Nicaragua to just change its leadership and not have the Chinese working on this alternative canal.
Yeah, but why is that even necessary? Why, dude? All right. You understand with all of this changing leadership, changing regimes, changing this, that, and the third, like the killing of Saddam was stupid. All right. No, because the moment you killed him, all these other terrorist groups raised up overnight. He kept all their asses in line. All right. You gotta understand something with some of y'all bullshit, what you call it, white supremacy, monarchy system that you got rolling in here together. All right. Some of these people are too incompetent to understand, dude. All right. That you can't mess with certain laws of nature. All right. There's certain people that understand his people a lot greater than you do, dipshit. All right. Right. Don't go over the look. Oh, he's committed atrocities. And so have you. All right. There is no bigger drug dealer than the damn United States government. All right. There is no bigger gangster and murderer. All right. No, I don't want to hear this shit. All right. When you have your politicians knee deep, your millionaires and billionaires knee deep. All right, with a well-known pedophile like Epstein. That means the president, too. Everybody's hands is dirty, nigga. Everybody. All right? Mm-hmm. You ain't getting no business, no property, no corporation that's worth a damn unless you prepared to gangster your way in. Huh? Uber? Anybody? Uber? All right. No, originally they deemed it illegal. They told them to shut it down. Them niggas was still working. All right, with monitors to keep the police off the radar there. All right, this is how illegal Uber was moving here. They didn't want to pay nobody nothing. All right, with they funky asses. All right, no, we gonna just set this shit up and just get to moving. All right, shit. If you black, you get hit with all types of regulations and charges, dude. All right. No, the diamond society gangster their damn ways in, nigga. All right? Shit. Mark Zuckerberg stole his idea there from a bunch of people there in the college. Nigga ain't no super genius. Is that what you believe? No, he's a thief and a peeping Tom. All right? That's what Zuckerberg is. Mm-hmm. No, and a goddamn peeping Tom. All right? Oh, yeah. All right? Same thing with Bill Gates. You talking about people who didn't even finish college, dude. No, they didn't. All right? Thief. All right? Thief. All right? We ain't talking about the smartest people in the world. All right? Talking about individuals who had an opportunity to be put into a position where you're going to be given so much economics, there's no way you can fail. Elon Musk, nigga. All right? Right. Ain't no way. All right? Hundreds of millions of dollars given up by our goddamn government. $500 million at a time that he doesn't have to pay back. All right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And y'all sit here and talk about, make excuses for this funky ass government, act like they don't want to pay us reparations. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're willing to do just for one of your buffer classes, this Africana. All right? No, this African American you have. Mm-hmm. All right? Just one of them. All right? Not to mention 90%, over 90% of all that grant money from the federal government that gets passed out to white males, dude. That's why you see them set up with their little Bitcoin companies and shit like that. It might be up for a second. All right? Yeah, but for the Ponzi schemes and all the bullshit gets attached to it. All right? Right. So, you ever wonder how they got that damn startup money, huh? Right. Hold on here. Fair use.
Running through Nicaragua. So the rhetoric serves a big purpose. TikTok is an international social media app, just like all of these things. And on top of it, if you can rev up enough anger against Asian businesses among a key Democratic constituency, that might sway the election. In either way, it might, because if African Americans are becoming very strident and very forceful in the rhetoric, that might turn all of this Republican reaction to them, or it might consolidate enough of a block vote to get the Democrats over the
more simpler. If that was the case already, sir, all right, well, then Kamala Harris would have been in office. If this is the bullshit that they had to sell underneath of your proposal of things, all right, yeah, she would have already been there. All right, yeah, you guys would still be getting benefits and what have you. The problem is that, and I told y'all this the other day, with the Asian hate crime bill, that was a bailout. All right. Ain't no whole lot of bailouts there put in place that they can move with large numbers, continuing to lose a whole bunch of damn seats as far as the House of Representatives is concerned. This shit is getting smaller and smaller for you guys. All right. And come November, it's going to get a whole lot worse. All right. We don't support the Republicans or the Democrats. One more time. You don't have a whole lot of black friends, sir. All right. Not talking like that.
hump. Either of the two parties have a vested interest in the future of China's investments around the world. China's investments in Africa are also no small deal. There are several African countries that have kicked out the French, that have kicked out the Americans, and that are attracting a great deal of intervention from the United States intelligence community. All right. So you just got to look up these things and figure them out. So you matter. Okay. This is the thing that I wish people would understand.
Yeah, we know we matter. We know we matter so much that we don't need you to tell us that we matter, sir. All right? No, coming from a culture in all terms who created the term outsider. All right? You telling us we matter? All right? No, outsider came from y'all, nigga. All right, I don't care what part of Asian society you talking about. All right, they have their own description of outsider. All right, yeah. No, never one of them facts for you.
And things that you do on here, they do matter. Black Americans, I know that there are a lot of setbacks that feel very, very hurtful, but the truth of the matter is Black Americans are a powerful economic and social bloc. The thing about it that you have to be aware of is that you're a powerful social and economic bloc within Anglo-Saxon civilization. So that could go either way. It could be that you could wield a lot of power for your community.
Yeah, wield a whole lot of power. No, to make sure that you get something here on the board. All right, because understand, you ain't never want to have a conversation with us like this, Halls. All right, no, until it tapped your pockets. Let me let him finish. All right, he's trying to make some point in here.
But it could also be that you become a proxy force serving the interests of the predominantly but not entirely white elite structure.
Like you guys do right now. All right, so you can end up sitting where we sit at right now. All right, or you can end up serving yourself, or all right. This, like I said, this ain't a damn message. All right, because in order for him to try to dispel the dominant society, he would also have to try to wipe the smut off the circumstances that you have been assisting them all this damn time. All right, no, you haven't been against what's happening to Black people. All right, you participated in it.
Within Anglo-Saxon civilization. Think to yourself how many Black GIs went to Korea, went to Vietnam, were stationed in the Philippines, were stationed in Japan, got involved in all of these different military affairs in Asia. Unalived people in those places, this is where many Asians first had their exposure to Black Americans. This was before the wave of hip hop and all of these musical and all these different art forms throughout Asia. So it's a complicated thing. That was the case when the United States was so involved in this. And Martin Luther King tried to fight really hard against this use of Black bodies to inflict harm on Asia.
No, he didn't, nigga. All right. Martin Luther King in his last conversations was talking about going to Washington to get our check, nigga. What did Martin Luther King say? It retains nothing to you, nigga. Nothing. You guys are some bloodthirsty, no good bastards. Can I explain what you just did with that? Right. What you did with that is you underlined this key point that most of us know. You don't have a pair of nuts to hold on your own. You don't got nobody that you can call or grab to of American history that stood on 10 and handled business. So y'all always got to keep reaching to our people. All right. No, we don't want you to. We prefer you don't. All right. But you don't have a point so much. All right. That you just kind of make some bullshit point up here, Hoss, about how much protections that Martin Luther King said Asia needs. Yeah, and they need to provide that shit for themselves, nigga. All right? That must have been the other part you needed to hear. All right? No, your people need to ramp up to go ahead to provide your protections. And if you guys are so divided here, where what y'all are sitting back prepared not to spend money with each other. All right. No, you don't want to pay. You don't want to go ahead to patronize each other's business. Also does here by taking our money away, dispels all this, we work together so hard, we stack pile so hard in our community. No, the ride is easy eating off of Black money while you can disrespect us in our faces. All right. It's so much more easier. To hold any official business down, revenue got to keep coming through the door, baby. You got employees to pay. You might have, your rent to pay on that building. All right. You have to pay for your equipment and different things like that in order to keep shit flying and keep it going smooth. All right, inventory. All right, and look, like I said, if nobody's buying anything, you're gonna have to shut it down. Let this shit go on long enough, which it will, because for black people, this is a permanent deal. All right. Yes, indeed. And that means one more again, from one black hand to the next here. That's where them dollars is going.
Okay. So there's a history that goes back a long way where it is possible for the people who run the country, who run the whole world, basically this little elite, they can use your community against other civilizations. It's happened.
Oh, man, that's bullshit. All right. And listen to what he going to reach to. He's saying that white society is being able to use our community against other civilizations. So in other words, against y'all. Dude, you were with this bullshit minority coalition, you were supposed to be building bridges with us. All right. Not burning bridges, building them. All right. Holding it down, having some respect, showing love, dude. All right, letting us know that for the most point, we can trust you. We can build on something. You willing to share the money, even if the government acting funny. That's the type of responsible stuff that your ass was supposed to be doing all this damn time. All right, right. To where as though for that punk ass dude that's hiding, he never would have been mentally emboldened enough to say any crazy ass shit to us like that, because you would have been on code. He would have knew better. All right. This is why your minority coalition and black and brown bullshit don't mean nothing, Halls. All right. Right there. Right there. All right. We're in 2026. Nigga can't come in here with a good enough lie to you. All right. Yeah, for their little backstabbing ass culture that they come from, on why they tried to carry it with you like that. All right. You did it like that because that's who you are, nigga. All right. Right. You were able to carry this for well over 50 years or so in black people's face in here. Phony as hell. All right. No, the only thing is that we showing the energy back. I don't believe in bullshitting with people, man. All right. Hey, no, you don't. Hey, look, as I always tell people, now you don't fool with the kid. I don't fool with you either. All right, cool. Let's make it easy. All right. No, I ain't never been dressed up in some case here. I hope I can be your friend looking ass nigga. All right. No. All right. What's the deal? We're delineating. That's what's popping. All right. And more than anything else, we love a dare. God damn it. Huh? We love a deer. All right, go find your peoples, nigga. All right, and ask them why the coalition didn't pop off. You know, as they took their spare time out here, all right, with their law degrees to go find Ed Blum. God damn it, go ask them. All right, shit.
Before, look at how Donald Trump made this gesture towards the Kurds, wanting the Kurds to be involved in overthrowing the government in Iran. How many times have the Kurds been rolled out and said, we're going to use them against this enemy or that enemy? And the Kurds finally figured out, okay, I'm not going to be used this way. This is a much bigger global issue than you may realize. And I think it is worth some thought. Whether you want to jump on a bandwagon that might not end with a great deal of empowerment for your community, maybe if it does encourage their people to support Black-owned businesses, I'm all for that. I think that's wonderful. I think there already is a lot of economic vitality is to inflict harm on Asia. Okay, so there's a history that goes back a long way where it is possible for the people who run the country, who run the whole world, basically this little elite, they can use throughout Asia. So it's complicated of hip hop and all of these musical styles that influenced K-pop and all these different art forms throughout Asia. So it's a complicated thing. That was a case when the United States was so involved in this, and Martin Luther King tried to fight really hard against this use of Black bodies to inflict harm on Asia.
Hold your own nuts, nigga. Hold your own nuts. I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing. Nope. No. Hell no. Yeah. You need to find that joker and jump on his back, nigga. That's what you need to do. Yeah, go find him, jump right on his back. Mm-hmm. Go question him. And tie that nigga to a chair. All right? You understand? And interrogate him. All right? We ain't got nothing to do with this. Let me get my sister in here. All right? I love it when y'all come out here boldly and say what you have to say here. Now, my sister was attacked, and I don't want you to feel bad about this because what you're speaking is honest, and you're going to get attacked when a bunch of people here in this world want to be degenerates and have communities to hide themselves into. You got to understand where the change is coming at with the good people. You're going to have resistance. And originally, some of the stuff that you may say may not be popular at all, but you got to keep riding with it. Your confidence in you is what's going to determine how that message fits tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Skip the bullshit and then the haters and the naysayers. So many people are confused about their own damn being. Staring at another nigga. All right, look, trying to tell them where they're supposed to be here in the world. All right. We understand right is right and wrong is wrong, right? All right. So when I go ahead to say that, I'm speaking to the cases of the kids, the children. All right. When we go ahead to the frame of some of these adult issues, they should stay at terms for adults. I've always stood on the same position. I'm gonna let my sister speak off of this.
I really want y'all to stop grouping Black people with the LGBTQ community. I'm gonna give y'all an example. I simply said that children, gay or straight, shouldn't be learning about sexuality. They're little children. Like, why do kids have to? Why? They're children. They shouldn't be worried about or having the idea of having sex. Like, what? Like, what are we talking about? And then somebody in my comments gonna say, oh, well, some people will say the same about Black history. Like, why should we learn about it? Black people are human beings, not a sexuality. So y'all trying to compare apples to oranges when it don't even make no fucking sense at all. Like, why is it a problem? Why is it such a problem for people like me to say they don't want their children to learn about sexuality right now, as young as children are? Like, why not gear it towards young adults or teenagers? Why is it like, why do everything got to be geared towards innocent children? Innocent children. That's the argument here. Why children? Why? And stop grouping Black people in the same group as LGBTQ plus community. Like, Black people are human beings, not a sexuality. And if you can't understand that, simply log off and go touch some fucking grass.
Yeah, thank you. And if that group wants to be able to have its mustard, then let its leaders come out front to show you how much support they have. You see, during so many cases of the circumstances of the falling soldiers, our brothers and sisters, and Black people in the streets trying to obtain justice, D. Ray McKessis was one of the ones to feel it. Somebody smacked the shit out of him. All right. We were sitting out here talking about Black people being murdered and what have you, and how we need justice and the different things we need to do, talking to reporters. And every time that would happen, like, he would just like jump up. Yeah, and you can't forget about LGBTQ and trans this. And he's like, yo, stop doing that. All right. Yes, nigga. We're in here to talk about this, rather Freddie Gray or the Black person in here that was just murdered. We're here to talk about that. All right. You got the Democratic operatives that were coming out in the streets. All right. That's why I say D. Ray was one of them. All right. But he kept doing that shit. The nigga had warned him one more time. That was one of his last, like, yo, I'm warning you last time. Stop doing that bullshit, yo. All right. So the news had came back around. All right. You start talking about Black empowerment there again, and what the murder that took place and how we want justice. All right. This, that, and the third. Here he come again. Yeah, but you can't forget about trans, this, LGBTQ. Wham! All right. No, a nigga smacked the hell out of him. All right. Yeah. All right. Get your bitch ass on, dude. All right. You're not going to keep doing that. All right. G-checking time. All right. Take your little pussy ass over there. If that's what y'all want to do, Get y'all groups and organizations together so y'all can do that with your people. All right? Yeah, stop trying to strong arm the mic so you can dilute the justice process on black people. All right? Yeah, trying to swing the momentum everywhere else. That's why he got slapped. All right? And since around that time, a lot of them Democratic operatives are scared to come running our damn mix like that publicly. All right? That was one of the first times they got showed. All right? No, you're not going to keep doing that. All right? No, you're not. All right? Because we know what you're doing. You're trying to dilute the energy. You were sent out here by these people. All right? Every time we go ahead to say black people, you start talking about trans this and that. Like, no, nigga, get this moist shit up out of here, dude. All right? We ain't talking about that. No disrespect on how anybody else's live and how you live or anything else, but you're not going to mix your little loose booty issues, all right, with black progress. We ain't doing that, man. All right? We can't do that here. All right? People ask, some folks are like, damn, yo, politically, how did a lot of the old, crusty little sexual degenerates get an opportunity to sit around here for so long, nigga? All right? It's because of pussyfied stuff like that, man. All right? Where we're supposed to be in the middle of the most serious moment that we have. All right? Yeah, and they can just bring a buster ass nigga in here. All right? Yeah, that needed to be shut down. All right? Yes, just as well as we needed a code, a political term in here that wasn't filtered with a bunch of trash that didn't mean anything. All right. No, you can go ahead for the young people when they say cut the check, they can go ahead to stick their chests out when they say it. All right. It has validity. You're not sitting back in here explaining to a person for a long time about what it means because you know what it means. All right. No, down to Tom Sawyer. He knows what it means. All right. Yes, indeed. No, all the rest of them old rich white folks, they know exactly what cut the check means. And that's a big damn deal. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, because that term was meant to be thrown out there so that any person in here, from the highest person of intelligence to the lowest here, can pick up on what the code is. All right. Yes, indeed. Short and sweet. All right. Now we want to get to hip hop, man, because this conversation is going to be controversial somewhat. I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of listening. All right, here, as well as a little bit of narrating here to the cases of my thoughts and opinions on this. But the topic of discussion is the music, all right, more brutal year to date, all right, than what it was here way back when. All right, y'all already know my answer to this. All right, but Lord Jamal is debating these folks in here. We'll be right back. Fair use.
There's always going to be some positive and negative within everything, but it's what is the balance? And what I'm saying is, at my time, there was positive and negative, but it was a little more balanced. Right now, the negative is outweighing the positive.
Maybe your algorithm is negative. I would argue that maybe it's your algorithm.
Do you really think it's my algorithm?
I'm pretty sure someone who
So Cardi B is just my algorithm. Meg Thee Stallion is just my algorithm.
I'm sure if you were searching only church music or some Common or somebody who's boring and
Common
lame.
is from my era. Don't try to claim.
I'm gonna push it to this, dude. No, Drake has a whole bunch of sad ass "y'all left me outside in the cold" music. All right. And the New York Knicks are blasting one of his songs in there as soon as they get into the locker room. All right? Yeah, dude. This shit is not about anything in here cool that I would look to a standard where I'd be happy about keep complaining about some shit from 2 years ago. All right? But some folks are just swinging and getting right into it. All right? Yes, indeed. Not to mention for the rest of this little degenerate music you got out here, man. All right. No, if I'm looking at some of these particulars, such as the Sexy Reds and Sookie Hanas, all right. No, and all this other bussified music, all right, gonorrhea music, all right. Yeah, I mean, come on, alls. All right. I remember a specific comedy skit with Chris Rock talking about All right, how the women, like I feel sorry for the women that the people are going to get a couple years from now. All right, because they are already in the club talking about some all skeet, skeet, skeet. All right, no, so anyway, something know all the words. All right, to these hardcore songs. Now you look now, and they know all the Meek Mill words. They got their own joints. All right, no, they got Cardi B and these other Megan Thee Stallions and these other damn ratchets. All right, no, man, and none of it's good. All right, hold on here. None of it's good, because if you mean to tell me that you want your daughter or what have you in here repeating the circumstances coming out of these rap lyrics, you telling me a damn lie. All right, no, not if you got sense. Hold on here.
Right. I'm pretty sure if you were only searching up conscious music, I'm pretty sure Cardi B wouldn't pop up on your timeline. It wouldn't pop up.
It's not about me searching. See, I shouldn't have to necessarily search for this and that for an algorithm to come at me. I'm saying what's popular in your generation right now has less positive messages than my era. You will say, oh, you know, we have positive messages like, you know, make money and
yeah.
You know, you see what I'm saying? You know, get on the internet and
be
get a bag
and be independent.
Be independent.
F the label.
But at the end of the day,
F the label.
Huh?
We're saying F the label.
Yeah.
Back then they were getting F by the label.
Yeah, you're right.
Because of now we have information with the internet, but that's a whole other claim. That's a whole other topic.
Right, but see, so you're independent, but you're not using that independence to really have an independent voice. You're independent, and
he's got a good point. Hold on. All right, I want to go back to the young man's point. All right, even down to Unc. When the younger people seen Unc didn't own the smokehouse, what they did is made sure that he was in a place that he owned. All right, let's talk about owning your records. Sam Cooke owned his records. James Brown owned his records. Okay. Prince owned some of his, well, he owned a portion of his records. But we can go ahead. Michael Jackson, of course, we know he owned his records. But you had a handful of cats in here that own their shit in here. It wasn't as much to the lines of what young people have here today. All right, I'll go ahead to say that. But with me saying that, some of them niggas have lied talking about they independent and your ass is on a 360 deal somewhere. All right, let me put that clear. All right, that was popular for a point in time. Even the Amigos was sitting around here doing that shit. All right, sitting on a record talking about you independent, nigga. You need a 360 deal with Leor Cohen, nigga. All right, stop it. All right, knock it off. All right, but for the folks that are independent, yeah, they getting that paper. They're doing their thing. That's something good to put on the cases of today's society, and it's a part of something great that the young people there have bought for. All right, I can play the devil's advocate. I could say like this. Michael Jordan should own Nike. If he was a white man, he would. Huh? Think about it like that. All right? No, that nigga still all right getting a check, dude. All right? He can go to Nike. Nike can write you a check for hundreds of millions of dollars right now. All right? Yes, indeed here. All right? But they were able to portion Jordan off with just his little slice, and he's cool with that. If Michael Jordan, as I said one more time, was a white man, he would own Nike. All right, come on, Halls. All right, that's the difference of the standards of how some of the older people thought here compared to the young people here today. You're talking about music, you're talking about certain cases of what influence and things like that. I gotta be fair across the board. All right, yes, indeed. Hold on, fair use.
Still rapping about corporate shit. Still rapping about shit that's not uplifting us as a whole. You're still rapping about wet ass and stupid shit.
Why is that bad? That's bad. That's bad. That's not negative. That's not negative. You're saying that's wait. Are you saying that wet is negative? I want to make is that what you're saying?
Now,
please clarify that. Please clarify that.
I'm not saying that wet is bad.
All right.
But
make sure we're on the right page.
It's bad when a little 7-year-old, 8-year-old girl is singing the song and looking up to the girl, huh?
That's on the parent. You can't.
Well, what I'm saying is we in an era now where
it's on the parent, man. But what's worse when you got some of these moist niggas out here knowing all the words to the Sexy Red song? I don't know all the words to no Sexy Red song. All right, I'm so serious for all these niggas that be sitting around here fronting. All right, I'm a grown. When I say I'm a grown man, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not listening to that shit. All right, no, man. For the cases of my intelligence and how it moves and the facts that I know that it's good music out here from some of the young folks, I ain't listening to that. You can have that trash, dude. All right. You got kids coming in classrooms repeating all the words to a Sexy Red song. Nigga, that's horrible. Is it the part of the parents' fault? Yes, dude. All right. But it's something more horrible here when you start looking around to these cases, rather the homegirl, to some of your homeboys, this, that, the third, and everybody's practicing the same dusty ass habits, man. All right, that's what I'm sitting here pushing on, man, to where as though your teachers feel like it's okay to take letters or something in another form and sing it in a Sexy Red type of fashion of how the melody or how she would go with things. All right, I appreciate creative curriculum, dude, but I don't want that taught in any way to my damn daughter or my future son out here, Hoss. All right, hold on, fair use.
everybody just got their phone. Little kids got their own phones and iPads. You can't be everywhere all the time.
You have Little Uzi Vert. There's so many different artists in today's. Yes.
XX Tentacion is positive.
Exactly. If you actually listen to the music, when I first heard it, I was like, what is this garbage? I'm not listening to this. And then after the man passed away and actually took the time to listen to his songs like Sad.
Share with
some of the positive. What are some of the positive messages
that are
a lot of what people in one, mind you, his album is still one of the most selling albums in today there. And the man died almost 10 years ago because his music was that impactful. When I actually listened to the kids around me who was listening to his music and I actually got the message that they felt connected, that they didn't feel alone, that they didn't feel like they had to go do what ended up happening to him, getting killed. Like people who felt suicidal. That's the reasons why being more about mental health and the rappers who rapped about that type of stuff is why that's so important in today's era.
First of all this mental health shit is some new shit, right?
All right.
And a lot of that.
It is. All right. No, the baby mama cycle, the single mama cycle has crushed a lot of the young males out here horribly. Sensitive as hell. All right. No, you're angry over every damn thing. You're going from 0 to 100. Some of y'all are just weird as hell. I'm just going to tell you what it is. And for them things in here, yeah, you have a lot of jokers sitting around here trying to process female-like emotions. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. When you need to be worried about man shit. All right. Yeah, that's why some of these guys were appropriate to listen to. There was some weird dude I used to work with years ago, man. Keep watching and listening to all this suicide. Like, I feel like suicide. It's just like, damn, dude. All right. Sad every day, going off, enraged, screaming at people in the hallway and shit. I'm like, what's wrong with this little nigga? All right. I say, yo, we in school, yo. You can't do that in here. All right. You can't do that. I'm pulling him to the side. All right. Hey, chill, y'all. You good? Hey, walk with me. All right. I'm gonna take him and go smoke a cigarette with him. All right. Yeah, you can't do that in here. All right. And I'm sitting there, I'm listening to what he's like. We going to lunch and shit. I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what's wrong. All right. Yeah, you need some Al Green records or something, nigga. All right. Not necessarily Al Green, but you need some feel-good music, man. All right. Yes, if your spirits are low all day and you sitting here feeding yourself with this ass whooping, all right? No, for certain people, I'll tell you like this, you get inspiration off of anything here, Halls, is how you moving with young folks, but that ain't anything good for your spirits, dude. All right? Yes, man. All right? There is a message in getting music repeatedly here through your ears. All right? Yes. All right? That's why I say here, at least for my case here, anybody knows me well, I love oldie but goodies, goddammit. All right. Yeah, because it's soulful music, nigga. It's feel-good music. You can hear the instruments in it. People are in there grooving. All right. Yes, absolutely. All right. And there's a plethora from this shit that you can pick from, dude. All right. Oh, that's why I enjoy it. All right. Because they still use these instruments properly, dude. People had more dedication and pride into their work. Mm-hmm.
Hang on. A lot of that, but hold on. A lot of that is because of the increase in pharmaceuticals and all that type of shit, which will side effects include, feeling like a piece of shit, want to be suicidal, all of that type of shit, all of that type of stuff, and the society that you live in now
normalizes.
Yes, they want you to feel like something's wrong with you. You understand what I'm saying? So I get that an artist out there who makes people feel connected is a positive thing, but I don't know. That's not necessarily the kind of positivity I was talking about.
Would you say Meek Mill's positive?
Meek Mill?
Meek Mill. When he raps about where he came from and about showing what people who came from where he came from can have what he has?
No.
You don't claim that's positive.
That's what I'm saying.
You say Lupe Fiasco's positive?
Fake. Lupe Fiasco can rap. I don't know. See, you got to give me some.
He has messages.
Give me. What are they?
For Lupe Fiasco?
Y'all are not telling me what the messages are.
Exactly. You didn't have to dig deep. All right. To find out the cases of the message of a person like a group like De La Soul or Poor Righteous Teachers. All right. They came in here talking about some rock this funky joint. All right. Spitting. All right. Yes, indeed. You could put that joint on year to date. Rock it. Join. Rock it. All right. Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. For some of my old school people here, rock this funky joint. All right. Yeah. But it spoke to natures of positivity and folks just spitting. All right. His turn. Then this person next. All right. And they going to get their rhymes in, nigga. All right. Yeah. Not only that. All right. No, there was plenty of teaching methods here in the cases of Lane. Stories were told in that hip hop game here. God damn it. Shit. Individuals like LL Cool J with songs like I'm Bad. All right. Yeah. This shit is still used for workout music here today. All right. Yes. You talking about motivation. It's a lot of man shit back in the day. All right. Songs like Who's the Man with the Master Plan. All right. Come on now. That's confidence. All right. God damn it. All right. I'm cool like that. All right. Yes. All right. Yeah, that was smooth on its own, just hearing the beat. Doom, 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 doom. Come on now. All right. Yes. You just riding bob your head, nigga. You knew you were getting some dope rhymes. You knew it. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Shit. From any circumstances that you can go ahead to point to around that time in here. All right. No, hip hop was buzzing and flowing, and you had people producing classics, and you weren't able to get access to go spit on a microphone if you was some popcorn nigga or you was somebody in here just playing. All right. Yeah. You wasn't just gonna get your record played. You're gonna keep playing on social media. This, that, the third. People had to feel that shit, man. Mm-hmm. EPMD, nigga. So what you saying? All right. No, so what you saying, Halls? EPMD. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Along with other tracks in here that they had in here with Serious Business and what have you. All right. Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right. You talking about the positivity. The track list is on fleek, nigga. All right. With everything else that you had there. Mm-hmm. All right. Down to the shit, the KRS-One Jack Spade song, nigga. All right. Which he made a hip-hop record for the movie, the soundtrack there, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. All right. Yeah. And that main character's name was Jack Spade. Mm-hmm. That's who Keenan Ivory Wayans played. All right. No, and KRS-One killed that damn song. All right, that's back when you still had all the way up until I can say when you say soundtracks and you had good music that went with that. All right. I'm gonna have to say, R. Kelly, I'm a bad man. All right. That was the last joint I seen, listened to soundtrack wise, where that song was just, it was worth it. And it went with whatever you was trying to display there. All right. Yes, indeed. Now, yeah, shit for soundtracks all the damn time. All right. Yes, indeed. Shit. All right. R. Kelly was just, Robert Kelly's just a bad man. All right. Yes, indeed. All the way through. He can spit. All right. How much stuff that y'all heard him go ahead to tear down. I'm not going to take credit away from him because these bastards decided to go after him. All right. No, not at all, Halls, because the moment that, as I said in here, they able to obtain and acquire all his music and everything else, they're going to go ahead to tell you that he ain't bad no more. Why? Because now they can start to eat off of his stuff. All right. That's the process and plan, nigga. It always is. All right. Put you in a cage somewhere, put a bunch of civil suits on your ass, nigga, and force you to break down and start selling what you have. That's what they wanted to do with Diddy. That's why they had all of them wenches lined up for a civil suit. Just in case if he lost, they could try to start taking and disbanding all of his wealth to lying ass Joe Blows, dude. All right. Excuse me, Tony Busby rubbing his hands together like Birdman. All right. Now we're back to what the Democrats went over and did. All right, hold on. I got something to show you with Roland. I know I got more here.
Out is the handwritten letter sent to her mom lives in Leisure World. He'll be. Its hateful message stung like a slap in the face.
Makes it one less Asian country with my father. So when they go back to your country,
All right. It's disattached, but I'm back in. I had to go use the bathroom, man. It's too damn hot in there. It starts feeling like an oven. Sweating. Go at least go back in here. All right. Shit. Okay, I got one water in here. In 1 second. Messing around with this damn bag. Shit. Man, I'm good. I'm a little ashy, but I'll be all right, man. Now, it's a Carmelo video going out around, but for that video here, it's not that clear for me to show everybody. I can show it to you, but to be honest with you, I don't know what I would be showing you. All right, and that's real. I don't know. It's like the cases of it is just like everything is entirely too dark and too bunched together for you to depict who's anybody. You understand? All right, for some people that want to break it down, you can. Maybe there's something that you can go ahead to do to make it larger. I'm going to retweet it there on my page, but the moment I can get actually some better footage, then I can go ahead to deal with it. I could zoom in. There's a lot of stuff I could do. All right, but at the moment, for me looking at it, man, it's not. If that's the footage that they looked at in the damn trial, dude, there was nothing to look at. That's what I'm going to tell you. Wasn't a damn thing to look at. All right. No, it's just dark. It's too clogged together. All right. It might have to point to show you where's what's what. And even with that, you can't really determine anything off of that. If anything, I can say that evidence there is inconclusive. All right. But with the technology that we have, you should be able to get something to a better standard. I don't see how it's 2026 and they handing you some shit that looks like some video game chicken scratch. If you can modify every goddamn thing else, why can't you modify that video here in order for that man to be able to have a proper defense? But I guess that's a whole nother conversation. But I'll make sure to retweet that. Now, Terrence Crawford, former pound for pound champion here light heavyweight champion, is facing backlash and scrutiny due to his associations and affiliations with some of these cats in here, also Donald Trump in particular. And what I say is Terrence Crawford can move as freely as he wants to. He does not owe a political debt to anybody, man. He don't. All right. No, I don't like this crap here. Even when it came to Nelly, Rick Ross, and all, it's like, all right, so what? Let them go ahead to get that bag. It doesn't change. It doesn't make a difference. I'm not going after somebody's career and all this. All right. Yeah, because of what size of the fence you're sitting here talking about, you sitting politically. Now, you can't lead us on any black issues, of course. All right. But I ain't about to go ahead to railroad and say a whole bunch of crazy shit about your damn career or nor to publicly condemn you, dude. All right. Other folks want to do that. You can, dude. All right. But I don't have no problem with Terrence Crawford at all. Going out to enjoy himself and Donald Trump being a fan of his, wanting to take a picture.
Bro, one picture got everybody questioning Terrence Bud Crawford's character right now. And the crazy part is, this ain't even about Trump. This is about that quote that Bud Crawford had on the Pivot podcast. Because Channing Crowder asked Bud,
$100 million, you can have my soul. Now we know you're a character.
Lord. And that's why the internet.
No, that's not right. That was a whole nother different avenue. And if you want to kind of look to that cases, he also switched it over and said what he would do if you did give him $100 million. He has two different clips there like that in any case. But that's not lined up to any political aspect, dude. All right. It isn't. You want to say that you go ahead to know Terrence Crawford's character. I recognize that when he sat down and did an interview with Aiden Ross, and he ain't say nothing about the racist statement that he made when he said Jake Paul can beat 90% of the fighters. Crawford was standing right in that room with Shakur Stevenson and ain't say a word. All right. No, they just laughed in his face. All right. And I think Crawford stepped out of the room. All right. Hold on.
Is acting like this because once you tell the world that you cannot be bought, the internet start watching every single last move of yours. Low-key, the fans was already mad at Bud Crawford saying Conor McGregor was black.
Conor McGregor, you know, I say he one of us.
And Terrence Bud Crawford fans, them dudes up there is mad as hell.
Look at this nigga. And now we know your character.
But get this, maybe this is the real lesson. Once you build your image around morals and principles, one photo can make the entire world question your soul.
Yeah, whatever. Let me tell you this here, and whether you like it or not, he still retires out of the game the best pound for pound. All right, you can say whatever you want to about his character. All right, he's still doing his real estate, which he's doing great in. And he left the sport of boxing on his own terms, not broken up, not stuttering, looking like Evander Holyfield. All right, and I respect Terrence Crawford. I'm not taking anything away from him. All right, people are going to talk on the internet because they got lips. All right, yeah, Crawford didn't personally came to my platform and supported me before. All right, no, him and Errol Spence Jr. So shout out to both of them. All right, yeah, I know that much. All right, he ain't got nothing bad to say on my behalf. You look at certain people like, all right, well, what has he done? No, he's personally done something for me. All right, and more than anything else, man, like a lot of you guys' characters, you're not in line to judge that man on anything. What have you built? All right, shit, is the president coming to check for you to ask you anything? All right, well, then you technically can't put yourself in his shoes at all to say what you would do or how you gonna carry it. You know, I stand on this. I stand on black empowerment. Now, in my case, would I be standing around here with Trump? No. All right, nor the Democrats or anything else based on what I'm going ahead to do every day and what I talk about politically. All right, and my reputation there on things. That's just something I wouldn't do here. But all right, Crawford is not held to the same damn standards as you see everybody else there held to. All right, no, because he's been flirting and blurring lines and calling Conor McGregor black. And yeah, do with that as you will. All right, my thing is that I don't get in a public outrage at some of these athletes and entertainers because I already understand what the deal is between all of them. All right, yeah, between all of them. All right. Yeah, did Crawford mention something about the racism that he faced in Omaha and this all this other stuff? Yeah, he mentioned these things because he personally had to go through it. All right. But let's be clear. I'm not looking at him, all right, to hold the shield going into battle. All right, at all for black society, nor should you. All right. Much love, much respect to Crawford. Yeah, enjoy your life, man. All right. Mm-hmm. Ain't no damn hater. All right, niggas be sitting around here looking at something to get mad about, man. All right. Yeah, if you wouldn't do it, you say you wouldn't do it, then that's that. All right, people looking at your character. Never mind, people are always gonna be looking at something, nigga. All right. Don't forget to call him, all right, number 1 pound for pound when you mention his name. Don't misspell his name. All right. Number 1 pound for pound. All right. Don't forget that part. No, why you cussing him out and calling him all types of so-and-sos? All right. Don't misspell his name. All right. Now, here's No Neck Martin. I was talking about this earlier. We'll get to it.
Okay, like real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please, learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It's specifically.
No, yeah, I'm out in the bullshit. That's body language, baby. Mush mouth syndrome. All right. No, your brain and your tongue can't move at the same line of things. Why you lying, nigga? So that's a bald-faced lie. All right. Your politician stood up there in front of you and called it the Asian hate crime bill. It was written in the context on the screen. All right. No, on C-SPAN, just in case you had it incorrect. All right. On what the bill was supposed to be passed for, sir. All right. Now he's talking about Tyrese there that plays on Baby Boy. All right. Because Tyrese that came out to call these things out here publicly. All right. And like a good old Democratic shield, of course. All right. No, he decided to stop in the middle while he's driving or moving around. All right. To think he can go ahead to check Tyrese. You can't. Your problem is that there are no resources there for Friedman on the table. All right. No, and you can't make the Democrats look good year to date. They're not selling us anything here, Halls, but joy. All right. Whatever the hell that joy. All right. Yes.
Through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody. It also, all it did was also create one job that compiled data. And so again, Tyrese, you're wrong. You are 100% wrong. And so please, all of you entertainers, when y'all jump out here and make videos and people run with it, I need you to do some verification, do some fact checking before you do that. Okay? So you're wrong. It is not. People called it the Asian hate crime bill because of the attacks. And if you're also going to run your mouths out here and go, there's never been a bill for African Americans, that's a lie. There have been 3.
Yes, but something, and this is where you kill yourself on arrival. Something in which the Department of Justice is upholding, right? Meaning that you're going to get punished by this crime bill putting down. You're going to be in serious damn trouble. All right. You don't have to keep assigning extra bills on top of it rolling because the first one will do. All right. Think about that. He said you had to go ahead to assign 3. Yeah, just take a quick think about that here real quick here. No, you had to put 3 of them up. You know, that lets you know that the Department of Justice wasn't abiding by the standards of protecting Black folks here in the first place. And the last one that when he's sitting here trying to speak to, in order for Black people to have that hate crime bill, we had to attach the LGBTQ community to it, nigga. All right. Thus, he was sitting there. He's supposed to going to name 2 names here in these factors. They always do this trash. All right. Yeah, and what they let you know here, Halls, is that these are not things simply implicated for us. It always turns into an all lives matter deal, where the protection goes to every direction but us.
Hate crimes bills specific to African Americans. The first one, you were dealing with the Civil Rights Act in 64. Okay. Then you all also had the hate crimes bill that dealt with Black churches for being burned. I also broke that down on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And then, of course, you had the lynching bill that was also signed. Okay. And don't forget, you also have the Matthew Shepard, James Byrd Act.
Yeah, because y'all had to attach the white man's name in there. All right, as I said, to get the bill passed. That's not just for Black people. Roland, you're the liar. It isn't. Just if y'all looked up what he just said, that's not just for Black people. All right, stop lying to people, dude. You're going to call Tyrese a liar and then directly come in here, all right, and give people information to fact check your damn thumbs up head having ass. All right, right. All right, just look into the names he just sat in here and point out and find out who those 2 individuals are. That debunks what he just said. All right. Yeah, while you sitting in here trying to charge Tyrese in here being dishonest, you're politically supposed to be in line with this shit. And all you have showed people with your big ham hock head is that you can stop the truck, nigga, and be dishonest. All right, that's it. No, I can lie to you real quick. All right.
That was also signed. Okay, and don't forget, you also have the Matthew Shepard, James Byrd Act that dealt with hate crimes. Yeah, James Byrd, the black man who was dragged to death in Jasper, Texas. I went there. I broadcast from there.
And who is Matthew? Ham hock head? One fish, two fish head, nigga. Well, then who's Matthew then? Right.
I walked down the street where he was murdered. And so please, all you blogs that keep posting this stuff, and Tyree says he's wrong. He's wrong. Okay? I walked this stuff through on my show.
And your show ain't worth shit. It's not worth a pair of construction boots left by the steps, nigga. All right? It ain't worth them with mud and everything on them. All right? And paint. It's not worth a dog's ass. All right? No, this show. All right? No, so you can put emphasis and stretch out inaccurate bullshit. All right? Right. And then after your bozo lying ass finished talking, then he puts another lie in here to start running his mouth. All right, for 2.5 minutes. No, nigga, ain't nothing popping over there. It's a graveyard.
By bill, fact by fact. Got it? Please call somebody before you start spewing stuff that you know nothing about.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's No Neck Martin for you. He said, I beg your pardon, No Neck Martin. Lying. All right. No, there's no need to do that, sir. All right. Not when the truth will do. All right. Yeah, that's just like, nah, you're panicking because of other things. Yeah, it's hard to deliver the damn niggas to the Democrats, man, when celebrities are not coming out here and doing what they normally do. All right. I said we've taken blackness here and popularized that one more time here. All right. No, for people to feel comfortable in that, to feel cool, to feel subtle, to say what you have to say. All right. To do all of those great things. Black Americans, this is why you should support Black-owned business. All right. Stop crying to use the internet. We said don't go there. If you don't listen and want to do your own thing, that's fine. Just don't run to us when you get disrespected. Oh my God. Yeah, the word is out. Hey, the word's in the street. Yep, you damn right. Yeah, as like I said, nor would he be Mode. He wouldn't say anything like that. The word's in the street. All right, where we ain't spending paper at. Oh, you ain't heard? Ain't nobody talked to you already? All right. Yeah. The word is out. All right. Yeah. So if somebody got in your ass, nigga, all right, first thing that I would say to you, you might call me an old head. I'm like, all right, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Huh? I told you, didn't I? All right. That's the first thing I'm going to say to you. Not tell you to stay your ass from around there? Huh? No, stay out their face. All right. You up here skinning and grinning. All right. Trying to be cool with them. All right. And you know that a large majority of them are mad at Black people in particular. All right. So if they can go ahead and show their hind parts, they will. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and listen to them here. We're not going to have a lot of these. Might be the first and the last.
So let me just tell you what happened, y'all. I made an appointment yesterday for this massage place here in Greensboro. It's called May Spa, okay, on Battleground Avenue. So my appointment was for 1 o'clock Saturday. I got here about 12:55, and I sit down. There's nobody up front. Lady comes in from the back room. She says, no, I can't help you. I said, ma'am, I have a 1 o'clock appointment. It's 12:55, so I got here on time. No, you don't have an appointment. I said, ma'am, I just talked to you yesterday and made the appointment. She walks over to her books, flips through the pages, not go to the one page where the appointments are, but flips through the pages. No, I don't see you. You must go, and walk back and leave me out there in the waiting room. Okay? So, Asian lady, she's the owner here. I've seen her before. Here it is, May Spa. Do not come here.
Yeah, man. What else money you spending in that damn what you call it? Huh? Yeah, don't tell us about it. I don't want to hear about none of this shit. Because I'm gonna start asking questions. All right, get him out of here. No, just get him out of here. All right. Now I'm gonna start asking the right questions. All right. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. Because I told you ass. No, he thinking he can spend his little dollars and be quiet, but he whispering. He passing the money, whispering and shit. And I told you. All right. No, some people have to get their head hit real quick a few times. All right. No, you need to go in there by yourself and see him front on you. All right. Hold on here. For us, long as racism is, hold on here. Is this one of these cartoon characters? It might be, man. I want what you call to stop recommending me these damn videos. Some of these people, I've stopped listening to them for a reason. I see individuals start to make hate videos on other folks here in New Black Media and start to do it. It's like, dude, you're not here for the greater good of all of us. You're here for some type of tether objective. All right. And we don't have to follow the mentally insane and some of the crazy and folks out here that are intentionally trying to misguide people. All right. Yeah, I see that shit, man. Yes, I'm going to unfollow them, whatever, man. Please don't recommend me certain people videos, man. All right. You show me something here, Hoss. I'm looking around like, all right. Well, what's this nigga problem? All right. No, we're supposed to be in here. I say here as a collective, taking care of a black agenda here. And for me, that means in the most point here that we are on point about things. All right. No, I can't look. Rather, I disagree with my brother to the left or to the right of me. If we are all underneath that same banner fighting for the same thing, I ain't got time to sit here to go and try to take a bunch of unnecessary digs. And all right. Yeah, that's useless to me. It's a waste of time. All right.
But let me tell you what happens if we don't all collectively, however you identify, Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green, DSA, whatever it might be, if we don't all figure this out, or if we're waiting for black people, I promise you, everything that you care most about, housing, environmental justice, mass gun violence,
what? What?
Educational equity, Medicare for all, any of the things that you care most about will now be tied to the fate of black people down in the South. That's right. Fighting back against illegal, racist gerrymander. So you better make it your problem. That's right. You better make these black people's problems your problem. Because for as long as racism is pervasive in our system, I promise you it will come back to bite your ass. That's right. Every single time, and it has every single time. If we're talking about immigration and ICE, the model.
No. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Well, then you ain't talking about black people no more. All right? If you're talking about immigration and ICE, then the black part falls off. All right? No, we just drop off right there. All right? You can keep stepping forward. All right? Right at that part there. All right? And this is where the con move usually comes in, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, wait for it. All right. Let me go back into because she started hyping up you talking about racism, it's going to affect you. And if we talking about illegal immigrants and ICE, oh, man, what about them? Hold on.
Single time. If we're talking about immigration and ICE, the model for that was mass incarceration of black people. If we're talking about.
No, it isn't, dude. No. Mass incarceration means exactly what it says here upon us. And we don't share that atrocity with nobody except for other black people. All right. This is what we mean by trying to outsource, dilute, and sample our struggle onto other people who was been in this country and ain't fought for nothing. All right. So you want to keep trying to tap our DNA into a bucket of garbage. All right. No, sir. We don't stamp you. This sounds like a tether message here. I'm looking at hairlines and stuff, dude. All right. Hold on.
About the violence of ICE. It was police violence, police brutality was the model for that. If we're talking about the erosion of your civil liberties, the model for that was how they have attacked the least of these, the most marginalized of these. So I think that if the conversation or if our plan is indifferent, then we are not thinking straight about where we actually are. We cannot afford to be silent. So if you marched out of No Kings, and I'm gonna need you, we gotta get the outside. People need to know how you feel.
That right there showed you her lack of credibility. All right. No, she just told you if you marched at No Kings, all right. Yeah, some damn Democratic led, funded, put together joint by them directly to check the temperature nationwide on how much support they have. All right. That's why she's checking to that box here. All right. Non-influential individuals. All right. Don't take you a lot to get a bunch of old white women in the damn street here. All right. It doesn't. All right. Bunch of dried up jokers and get them outside together. All right. Who gonna hold up signs and shit? All right. Ain't nobody gonna raise their voice. Nobody's gonna throw so much of a punch. Police ain't afraid of anybody. All right. We watched this shit for the No Kings protest. The most you got, they had some old Latino dude who couldn't move quick enough, man, because he was old. All right. And he ended up getting knocked down in the middle of the damn street. They ended up just shoving him to the ground like loose leaf paper. All right. That was the most action you seen. All right. That was it. All right. Now, I just seen some in Chicago, Halls, right before this started. Young black man got punched there by an officer, whatever. He had went down. All right. Got back up. No, the girl was on the police officer and the dude. All right. Yeah, he had got off the ground. And they were beating his ass in the middle of the street. You understand? All right. Immediate resistance. All right. Nah, you put your hands on me first, Halls. All right. Now you're going to have to catch this. All right. Yes, indeed. That's black empowerment right there. We talk about resistance. All right. No, now the nigga sitting here crying as they got you in the back of the truck. Somebody's getting punched in the mouth, Halls. All right. Yes. All right. Don't you ever touch me like that. All right. That's what the dude ended up saying there to him as they were trying to. He helped his partner to go arrest the other person. All right. He could mind his business then. Yeah. He thought he was gonna start like trying to rough up the crowd. All right. No, you're not. All right. No, they started giving him the work right then, and it was broad daylight, right then and there in the middle of the street. All right, you damn right. You ain't see nothing but his feet stumbling into the curb, nigga, like Zab Judah. All right, fighting Costa Zoo. All right, getting up too fast. That's how the police feet was. All right, yeah, he got a piece of his ass. All right, yeah, we don't do all that. You talking about them niggas that be standing around. All right. That's why you beg for black people to come out there. That's why you want us out there. See, I see why. All right. Yeah. Because you know we get it popping. All right. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You damn right. We can let some old shady ass joker here, some old square ass. Right. You putting your hands on somebody. All right. Well, we can do that too. All right. No, that's legal. All right. No, let's get it popping. All right. It's what we know from the criminal sense in the aspect of dirty court cases and dirty officers. They're going to put these funky ass charges on you anyway. All right. You might as well get with him. All right. Might as well. All right. Shit. Mm-hmm. After they finished beating his ass and he got off the ground, he knew how to act. All right. I know that much. All right. No, whatever they gave him in the middle of the street, he ain't want no more of that. All right. He started assisting his fellow officer. All right. He got all the way away from them. All right. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, let me get here to this cases of this joker. And they're pointing to person of interest in cross burning. Yeah, this joker went and burnt the damn cross here. Hold on, let me go ahead to this interview here. I'm trying to make sure I got some background. This is from a couple of days ago here. All right, now the black couple there had seen him walking away. All right, I want to say this was in Chicago. All right, yeah, he ended up burning a cross in the field. The news that went to go and take an interview with him. Hold on.
I don't want to wait until he may or may not get impeached. I want him gone right now.
On that video, are you threatening him?
No.
You
I
say that you think that he should be brought to an end.
I think no. I said he deserves to stand trial to the American people. Some paraphrase, I guess, but
I think you use the word end.
That's what I mean by end. I mean by end, I don't mean like a civil war. If that is the imagery that you're trying.
I understand. No, you guys, a lot of you guys come over here with no identity. You're cowards. All right. No, if you can't get your niggering on correctly and find a black friend, all right, you just cater towards the white folks as hard as you can. Thus a burning cross sign in here. All right. Yes, he does in here. He's been indoctrinated fully. All right. And a grade A coward. All right. Yeah, I'm going to call you that. I don't mean a civil war or anything. All right. So what the hell are you doing? All right. Let me let him explain it here. What do you mean?
Imagine.
Lou says he built this cross after carrying wooden slabs.
Huh? So here's the point. Let me tell you the point. He didn't have a point. All right. No, like a coward, it's a bunch of babbling. All right. Let's make sure that we got it clear. All right. Because it wasn't even that long. Make sure he asked the question. All right. And I want y'all to hear him respond.
No, I said.
Hold on. I want you to hear him respond. All right, to these cases, because the whole thing is the who, what, who, where, what, why, when, all these different things for this cross right here. All right. So he's asking him that in this question.
I don't want to wait until he may or may not get impeached. I want him gone right now.
On that video, are you threatening him?
No.
You say that you think that he should be brought to an end.
I think no. I said he deserves to stand trial to the American people. Some paraphrase, I guess, but
I think.
Yeah, but you don't coexist there as that, dude. If we start eliminating some of this damn birthright citizenship and all this, a lot of y'all need to get out of here, y'all. All right? He's sitting here talking as yourself as the collective of the American people here, Halls. All right? No, but yeah, who do you serve with? What group is associated with you? All right? No, because I know this joker ain't big and bad to go out here and just do this upon himself without being influenced. And this is what I mean when you go ahead to say for these little white supremacist terrorist groups, they don't go ahead to flex the same gangs and gang injunctions and all in-laws that they put on black folks. All right. They allow these jokers to become lone wolves in a person of interest.
But I think you use the word end.
That's what I mean by end. I mean by end, I don't mean like a civil war. If that is the imagery that you're trying to imagine.
Lou says he built this cross after carrying wooden slats from his near West Side apartment to Grant Park last Tuesday afternoon. He showed the red ball cap that he put on the top beam and used lighter fluid and toilet paper to get it all going.
I put a red hat to signify the MAGA hat, the Make America Great Again hat. So that was, yeah, that's what I tied on top.
But that's not visible in the one video that was taken by a motorist. Lou says he was protesting what he calls MAGA Christian nationalist supporters and the Trump administration ruling class.
He's just scamming people. We're just scamming out of money.
Yeah, start with your people and with their bootlegging asses. All right, thieves. All right, absolute thieves. What did y'all see there at that goddamn dealership? It was 400 and something people in here, all illegals. All right, South Korea. All right, no, you're out of order, man. Now, how you gonna have a prime minister in here just a week before, as I told y'all, chopping it up with Trump, talking about all this money he gonna give to the United States and these jobs he gonna open up over here? You ain't tell us that you gonna send your peoples over here to work the damn jobs. All right. Yeah, doesn't that kind of like, yeah, doesn't that defeat the purpose? All right. If you opening up some type of jobs for us, yeah, if it's only going to be your people in here illegally working. All right. No, get their asses up out of here. All right. Absolutely. If this is supposed to be American jobs, all right. Yeah, that's scamming. That's called stealing money, sir. All right. Oh,
right? And I think that's a great reflection of how this country works right now.
all right. Yes, all them bastards. Don't forget to steal. All right. I'm not here to make excuses here for Trump, but you're not here to call us on anything. Mm-hmm. At all. You ain't here burning crosses. He can say that means anything, dude, to try to protect what his real thoughts were, because people know that it's him. I'm just glad it was some black folks right there to catch your funky ass. All right. There was some black people right there. It was a couple. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Now they did show some stuff in here for Jalen Bronson, and they put some what you call it music, but I don't even want to play that there. Shout out to Jalen Bronson. All right, I believe 6'2". Yes, the little man can get it done. All right, I believe that's how to talk. Let me make sure I'm correct here. All right, but the little man can go ahead to get it done. A bunch of them were saying that he couldn't get it done here. Of course he can. He had the right people around him to help him get it done. All right, and more than anything, Jalen Bronson. His ability, 29 years old, to turn it on at the end of the games were shit. It was marvel in the cases of the exercise of doing what it took to push to make sure that you won. All right. This is when everybody got lax. That's when everybody got comfortable. This is when everybody felt like things were over and they were settled. Yeah. And Jalen Bronson took this opportunity there to destroy your world consistently. Anytime you've seen he had a piece of an edge in a game here where you felt like that was over, he put the spark on you. All right. Yes, indeed. And for all of that, I give him the utmost respect. He had more hunger, more desire, more determination than anybody else on that damn court at the time when it counted, nigga. All right. No, when it mattered. All right. Yeah, nigga can throughout NBA Finals history can have a good first, second, third quarter. All right. The fourth quarter is where everybody's paying all the attention in the world. All right. Yes, rather it's a close game or it's a game that you might feel like is already decided. All right. Yes. All right. And he showed on any given night there, he's hungrier. All right. Than any damn man in that court. He has more hunger, determination, and fight in him than anything else. And that was enough to galvanize his boys. All right. No, look at this 6'2" man in here. All right. No, I'm talking about going up against Goliath. All right. In the cases of a man, 7'4", running in here to the rack. All right. Spot up, taking jumpers, doing what he has to do, playing a masterful with his skills here, Halls, with as much speed and power and determination as he can, because he understands that the person in front of him didn't expect for him to push that goddamn hard. All right. You're surrounded by millionaires. All right. Yes, you are. All right. And for a lot of these guys, they don't have that day one fight. I'm hungry, nigga. I ain't tasted a damn meal like this ever in my life. All right. They don't have that type of hunger anymore. All right. And he showed he had it. All right. Yeah. Where everybody else was bullshit. Like you ain't really want to get down. He did. All right. You know, we saying you looking at everybody's eyes to see who wants it more. That's all in the actions of the man. All right. No, do you want this shit for real or not? All right. Yeah. And that's how he played the game. All right. Jalen Bronson, and for the Knicks and what have you, the Karl Anthony Towns work and Hart and so many others. All right, I'm going to put it on Bronson in particular. They forced their ways in there to shine. Nobody in there originally here wanted them to get nothing. I know I damn sure didn't. All right, you beat my Spurs. All right, but what I see here that will always stay there on the book solidly here is that they fought their way in. And if you look years back here, just to 2022, you had Max Kellerman, all these other folks out here shitting all over Jalen Bronson. All right, talking about how poor of an investment that this is, and $27 million, and all right, they might cut bait and all. It's like, man, what the hell is these niggas talking about? All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, you don't throw away what's good here, Hall. So what you see here, that's changing the dynamics of the game. All right. Now, if anybody you should be pissed off at is Fox. That's it. All right. Get angry with that nigga. He stole money. All right. You're a thief. All right. That's what I mean when I'm talking about you in a court with a bunch of millionaires. All right. Yeah, some folks is like, screw it. All right. Other folks in there, like Bronson, in his case, is the nigga, there's still time on the clock. All right. Yeah. And I'm trying to get this championship sooner than later. All right. No, damn 7 games, 6 games. All right. They were able to get themselves in the finals like that, and they won the finals like that due to them having rest. God damn it. All right. And being ready. All right. Now, what do we got here? Oh, this was this silly ass shit in here with Charleston White. Like, yeah, we've been getting on him for attention seeking. He said something crazy about Carmelo's father and all this silly ass shit. If he wanted to help, he can just go ahead to help. We said that already. But I mentioned this in conversation passing. This is that joint where he stood up and pulled a gun out there on a reporter. Somebody reposted this. Hold on.
Fuck y'all, suck my dick, bitch. I keep a goddamn gun for whatever. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about shit. Nigga, I keep a motherfucking gun. Nigga, I first made a video saying, man, I heard about this kid Tuka. How the fuck can y'all be saying this shit? Nigga, his mama.
And I think with that part being said, the only thing that kind of like, I guess, bothers the Chicago community is like, if you go do that, you gotta do that for everybody.
I ain't gotta do that. Y'all go do it.
That's the reason.
So what Chicago is suck my dick? Because how you gonna put that on me when y'all ain't even done a little what I done?
Okay, right.
How you gonna dictate what I'm gonna do with my heart when you don't even have it in your heart to do it? You don't even have it in your heart to do it.
Yeah, he know where to cut up at. Because you see, for them other youngins, when he cut up and started acting like a hoe, they told him to get his bitch ass up out of there. All right. Somebody ran up there and said, give me my hoodie back. All right. No, they carried the shit out of him. All right. He know where he can act up in here like this. All right. Them other guys from that podcast didn't play with him at all. All right. Yeah, he said, nigga, get your goddamn sensitive ass up out of here. Right.
How you gonna?
All right. Yeah, they started asking him about why he was cooning and shit. Yeah. Yeah, and he started trying to get loud and arguing. He's like, man, you can get out of here. All right? Right. For those were folks who had respect for themselves, dude. All right? You in Chicago, you don't let this nigga talk to you like this.
Dictate my heart. And I'm saying, homie, from the knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. But look, so this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von mama. Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about his mama. Y'all love his mama. I don't.
You know, Von and Duck was like counting.
I don't know that.
What you don't know?
I don't know that. I'm telling you. But I don't give a damn about it. I helped this mama. Why do I need to know about 2 dead ass niggas? I don't give a fuck about Duck or Von. I helped this living mama. Fuck them dead niggas that preached about killing niggas.
Yeah. And like I said, his last sentences on the planet here, Halls, will be possibly him in a strange spot pleading for his life. You don't go ahead to pay the world in here a bunch of wicked without repercussions. I believe that. All right. Even if you came in here with an overall stance and you looked here and you want to stand on business with something in here, you can do that without the circumstances of disrespecting the dead. All right. Despite the circumstances of how they might have lived or what they said in their rap lyrics. If you claiming that you're the example, then that's what you don't come in there like. All right. That's why I say he's not a balance of reason. This is a mind of chaoticness, chaos. All right. no, some real niggas in proximity here. All right. And then now you're going to have to stand on whatever you're doing. All right. Jumping around. All right. Right. It's one thing to have a conversation. It's the other thing there for the vibes and what's being said.
Give a fuck what they was. Why y'all not helping their mama? Why a nigga from Texas got to pay his mama car note? Why? And y'all want to tell me what I'm going to do with my money?
Man, you want to do it because you...
I didn't... No. She asked me.
No. She asked
you. A goddamn not how I know that bitch need a car note.
And watch the patterns here. No, because when you go ahead to do for people in the streets, it always turns personal to this case here. We talking about FDMG's, whatever, his mother or King Von's mother. All right. Yeah, and he gave her a couple dollars. All right. Now this got to be in the street. This is why I told you he's a little chatty patty, emotional, ratting ass nigga. All right. Yeah, he's calling her out her name, and yeah, she had to get her car note paid, and she had to do this and that. Whatever you got going on with her, that's with her. All right. Yeah, he arguing with this nigga. He all lame and shit. All right. I don't want him giving Carmelo family no money. All right. Hell no.
How the fuck I know she need a car note paid and she don't ask? You think I'm calling and asking, do you need your car note paid?
Right. That's why I say I ain't gonna say.
Come on, homie. So this is what I'm saying. Nigga, not one of my homeboy mama, y'all will never have to help in Texas, nigga. Nigga, I'm tired of it. So I can say fuck whoever mama, nigga. And I kill a bitch behind me saying fuck they mama. I done helped them bitches. So somebody else helped them hoes. And I ain't fucked now bitch and could have fucked the bitch. So y'all go help the bitch. Since y'all got so much to say. Bitch, give me back the money then, hoe.
Yeah, that's a nigga you won't want to accept nothing from. All right. Yeah, you're supposed to leave ill ass niggas like Charleston where they at. All right. No, let him go fight the other island boy. No, you can go fight him. Whatever the meth, one of them, fight the methed out one. The one that does fentanyl. All right, you can go fight him. All right, don't punch him in the brain too hard. All right. Yeah, both of these niggas was in bad shape. All right. No, I did want to fast forward to the end, but I don't even care to listen to any more of this trash. That's enough. All right. I ain't trying to pollute my soul. All right. And that's what they like to go ahead to normalize to these cases. You wonder why some of these little half retarded, which car niggas be running around here getting put in a bag. All right. No, when Charleston White is one of your favorite people to sit back here and listen to, man, you might not be alive too long. All right. No, he said his biggest base in here. Look, I'm talking about his Sambos, the dominant society, and the police. All right. Yeah, he said police is some of his biggest supporters. All right. And that should tell you a whole lot. That should tell you everything you might not understand. All right. Yes, indeed. Somebody came out here to do my man. Come on, he ain't had to get my man Killer Mike like this, dude. All right. But some moments don't die. They don't. I love Killer Mike to life. All right. People can transition and change and get the message. I feel like he has. I'm not here necessarily to go ahead to whoop on the brother. All right. But I do see him in certain cases in here. He's standing up for Black empowerment in certain cases that he can. But this was a violation. All right. No, it damn sure was. And somebody went to go get this paperwork, man. Said, God damn. All right. I seen it earlier. And I said, man, you know what? I ain't going to mess with it. All right. I'm not. But the fact that I got to be here to come indoors, all right, I feel a little bit better here. All right. I'll tamper with it just a second. It's 8 minutes long, man. All right. And that's the problem with it. All right. Don't forget to share this video, smash the like button, of course, support the channel. It's 8 minutes long. All right. Yeah, that's my problem, man. Yeah, I don't want to hear a long list of cooning. All right. So we'll just play the beginning. All right. That's it.
I didn't want to come, and I don't want to be here. I'm the son of an Atlanta City police officer.
Oh
My
man.
cousin is an Atlanta City police officer.
Oh shit.
And my other cousin, East Point police officer. And I got a lot of love and respect for police officers.
Oh shit. You see what I mean? No, it's just it gets bad, man. All right. No, it can only get real funky. All right. No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any courses to anybody here. All right. No, it just has a foul odor to it. All right. You know, you can sit there and act like it ain't right there. All right. I love Killer Mike. Listen to me. I love Killer Mike. All right. But this is out of order. All right. No, you're out of order, man. All right. I couldn't even get through it without saying something. Yeah. T.I. up there. All right. And we love you, Tip. All right. Hey, we got love for you. I'm not here for the bullshit, man. All right. No, one more again.
I didn't want to come, and I don't want to be here. I'm the son of an Atlanta City police officer. My cousin is an Atlanta City police officer, and my other cousin, East Point police officer. And I got a lot of love and respect for police officers, down to the original 8 police officers in Atlanta that even after becoming police had to dress in a YMCA because white officers didn't want to get dressed with niggers.
Come on, man. Come on, man. No Keisha Lance Bottoms. No Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. All right, is behind you. All right, you know, and the damn police chief. All right, this is hard. This is horrible. All right. Yeah, we got a kill your masters on shirt on. All right. Yeah, I assume that through the case of the overseers and what have you, no, they got sheriff and police badges and shit. All right. Yeah, I'm assuming, dude, just connecting the dots. All right. Yeah, the masters. All right. Yeah. No, this is hogwash on his face, man. All right. Yeah, he brought some big wide back buck broken nigga in here. All right. I'm sorry you got to be the example, man. I'm sorry. All right. I apologize. All right. I didn't want to do this. All right. But we had to have some direct line on what cooning looks like. All right. For description purposes. All right. You know, of what a refined pair of tap shoes looks like. All right. Hold on.
And my other cousin, East Point police officer. And I got a lot of love and respect for police officers, down to the original 8 police officers in Atlanta that even after becoming police had to dress in a YMCA because white officers didn't want to get dressed with niggers. And here we are 80 years later. I watched a white officer assassinate a black man. And I know that tore your heart out. And I know it's crippling. And I have nothing positive to say in this moment because I don't want to be here. But I'm responsible to be here because it wasn't just Dr. King and people dressed nicely who marched and protested to progress this city and so many other cities. It was people like my grandmother, people like my aunts and uncles who were members of SCLC and NAACP, and in particular, Reverend James Orange, Mrs. Alice Johnson, and Reverend Love. who we just lost last year. So I'm duty bound to be here to simply say that it is your duty not to burn your own house down for anger with an enemy. It is your duty to fortify your own house.
Yeah, and they brought a rapper to tell you to get out the middle of the street. That's what he was there for. Yeah, he was told to, you know what I mean? They understood what you call it couldn't say anything to you. Nobody cared about what Keisha had to say. No, she told you that you need to go work with Reverend Beasley. All right, that was her advice. No, go home and wait for Reverend Beasley. All right, some old dried up nigga in the back. All right, to come and speak with you. That was her solution. All right, yes, indeed. All right, and that other solution was to get Killer Mike on line one and tell him, look, you got to get these niggas back in the house. All right, no, they burning the streets down. All right, this is what they had. All right, black woman crashes out after noticing all the black men in her city are in interracial relationships. Well, I'm not getting involved in that. All right, let me sidestep. Transferring has happened. Keep up the good work and support more local Black American businesses. I support that there. Yeah, so a woman there, all right, and she was talking about something local business there, and I'm telling you that people are getting hooked up and being showed love. Much respect to every Black business doing well. You deserve it. Keep going. Hey, keep going is what
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate when people cry on the internet, but I did not check my messages, and y'all are so supportive. Like, thank y'all so much. I'm on 3913 Covington Highway. Thank you so much. We are a walk and weave. Ooh, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Let me re-record. I'm sorry.
You good, baby. All right, you good. All right. No, it's a good feeling watching that black money come back around there. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, keep encouraging each other, keep the positivity going as far as with that. And we're going to be back to go ahead to check score. Thank you. Bottom line in a minute now.